So about 15 years ago, my mate Greg, who worked as a data engineer, he wanted to be an F1 driver. And I dabbled a little bit in fake IDs and I said, I reckon I can sort you out with a super license, mate, no problem. So it took a couple of weeks and it came back. I gave it to him and I said, right, there are a couple of conditions. Okay, first of all, okay, the driver name you're going to have to go by is Pastor Maldonado, okay? And you're going to have to put on a Venezuelan accent. Is that something you can do? And he was like, I'm not particularly good with accents, mate. I think I'm going to get found out. And I was like, this is the only option I've got, mate. This is what you're going to have to do. But he managed to get by. You know, there were a few people in the paddock who thought he sounded a bit German. But he managed to get by. He was realising his dream. He was a little bit crash happy. I thought, mate, I've spent a lot of money trying to get this fake ID for you. It would help if you kept it on track and, you know, got a few decent results. And he was like, yeah, I understand that, mate. I'll try my best. And he did manage to win a race in his second season. And I thought, you know, people might find that you might have to dial it down a little bit. I think the people from the FIA might find out if you suddenly go from being a crash happy moron to winning races. And he was like, okay, I need to pick a lane. So he picked Crash Happy Moron, and that's where he stayed for the next 3 years. And eventually the FIA found out he had his super license removed, but he did get a cool 5-year run in Formula One, and he did make quite a few million quid in the process, even if most of that money did go to the sponsors that he had to pay off. After finding out that the pride of Venezuela was really just a data engineer from Blackburn.